Hello everyone, welcome to Merit Education Center Mathematics online class. Now, let us learn statistical questions. What is a statistical question? A statistical question is a question that can be answered by collecting data and where there will be variability in the data. This question has more than one numerical answer. Now, let us learn how to identify statistical questions. Example: how old are you? Is this a statistical question or not? No, it is not a statistical question. Answering this question does not require collecting more than one piece of data. There is only one numerical answer. Another example: what is the average height of your classmates? Is this a statistical question or not? Yes, it is a statistical question. This question can be answered by collecting the height of everyone in your class. It is a statistical because it requires more than one numerical answer. Another example: how many days are there in January? Is this a statistical question or not? It is not a statistical question because there is only one numerical answer. Another example: how many students in your school like papayas? Is this a statistical question or not? It is a statistical question because it requires more than one numerical answer. Now, let's talk about data collection. What is data collection? Data collection is the activity of collecting information that can be used to find out about a particular subject. Data can be collected in a few ways. By using existing records such as from the government departments and internet, or by carrying out surveys. There are three ways to carry out a survey. The first one is through observation. The data is collected with the help of an observer. No questions are asked and the observation is recorded. Examples: recording the number of vehicles that pass by your school during a 10-minute period, or recording the number of students who went to the toilet during a 1-hour period. Another way to carry out a survey is through interviews. The interviewer asks the interviewee questions face to face. Examples: finding out the student's favorite fruit, finding out the student's birthdays or birth month. We can also carry out a survey through questionnaires. A set of questions is prepared and given out to get feedback. Examples: gathering data on the number of siblings the students have, gathering data on the number of friends the students have. Let us answer an example. You are required to do a survey on the number of children and adults who visit a fun fair for a period of 3 days. How will you conduct the survey? Through observation, through interviews, or through questionnaires? Through observations, because we don't need to ask questions in finding out the number of children and adults who visit a fun fair for a period of 3 days. Now, let us design a table to record our data. Our table will be like this. On the left part, I put the variables, the number of children and the number of adults. On the upper part, I put the period of time, day 1, day 2, and day 3. Now, let's talk about pictograms. What is pictogram? Pictogram is a representation of data using pictures or symbols to show frequencies. This is an example of a pictogram. Now, I'm going to teach you how to construct a pictogram. Example, the table shows the number of watermelons harvested on a farm from Monday to Friday. Construct a pictogram to represent the given data. In constructing a pictogram, the first thing that we have to do is to choose a suitable picture based on the type of data that we are using. Since our data talks about watermelons, we must use a picture of a watermelon. The second thing that we have to do in constructing a pictogram is to determine the number of units represented by each picture. This is called the key. It is normally put below the table. Any number can be used as key. Any number that can be used to divide the given data or almost all of the given data can be used as key. Here, I use one picture of watermelon represents 20 watermelons, and that is the key. Step 3. Construct a table and draw the pictures. The number of pictures depends on the key that is used. Our key is a picture of watermelon represents 20 watermelons. On Monday, they harvested 100 watermelons. So 100 divided by 20 is 5. So I draw 5 watermelons. On Tuesday, they harvested 120 watermelons. 120 divided by 20 is 6. So I draw 6 watermelons. On Wednesday, they harvested 90 watermelons. 90 divided by 20 is 4 and 1/2. So I draw 4 and a half watermelons. On Thursday, they harvested 140 watermelons. 140 divided by 20 is 7. So I draw 7 watermelons. On Friday, they harvested 160 watermelons. 160 divided by 20 is 8. So I draw 8 watermelons. Step number 4. Write the title of the pictogram above the table. This shows what the pictogram is about. The title of this pictogram is Number of Watermelons Harvested in 5 Days. Now, I'm going to teach you how to obtain information from pictograms. Example, this pictogram is the bicycle sales for a shop from June to September. And a picture of bicycle represents 2 bicycles. So let's answer this question. In which month was the lowest sales? In June, they sold 10 bicycles. In July, they sold 14 bicycles. In August, they sold 8 bicycles. In September, they sold 22 bicycles. That means August, because only 8 bicycles were sold. Next question. How many more bicycles were sold in September compared to June? How many more indicates subtraction. In September, the shop sold 22 bicycles. In June, the shop sold 10 bicycles. So the difference between the number of bicycles sold in September and in June is 12. So 12 more bicycles were sold in September compared to June. Question number 3. What was the ratio of bicycles sold in July to the total number of bicycles? The total number of bicycles sold is 54. The total number of bicycles sold in July is 14. So the ratio of the bicycles sold in July to the total number of bicycles is 14 is to 54, or 7 is to 27. Now, let's talk about bar charts. A bar chart or bar graph represents data in the form of bars of equal width. The bars can be drawn either vertically or horizontally. The height or length of each bar gives the frequency of the corresponding data item. To compare two collections of data, dual bar charts are used. These are examples of bar charts: horizontal, vertical, and dual bar chart. Now, let us learn how to construct a bar chart. Step number 1. Based on the maximum frequency of the data, choose a suitable scale for the vertical or horizontal bars. As you can see, our data are almost even numbers. So in my bar chart, I use a scale of even numbers. Step number 2. Determine the length of each bar based on the data frequency, like this. Step number 3. Draw a bar for each frequency and separate the bars by equal spaces. Okay, let's draw the bars like this. And then separate the bars with equal spaces. Step number 4. Write the title above the bar chart. A key is needed for dual bar charts only. So since we are using a horizontal bar chart, we don't need a key, only the title. So the title of this bar chart is Running Distances from Monday to Friday. Now, let us learn how to obtain information from bar charts. The dual bar chart shows Kong's telephone usage for 5 months. Calculate the total bill for his mobile phone and fixed line phone in April. So his fixed line phone bill in April is 250 baht. His mobile phone bill in April is 700 baht. So the total bill is 950 baht. Another question. Calculate the greatest decrease in the mobile phone bill between 2 consecutive months. So let's start with January and February. In January to February, the decrease is 50 baht. In February to March, the decrease is 50 baht. In March to April, the decrease is 0 baht because there is no decrease. In April to May, the decrease is 100 baht. So that means the greatest decrease is between the months of April and May. Another question. Calculate the difference between the total bill for his mobile phone and fixed line phone over the 5 months. The total bill for mobile phone is 2,650 baht. The total bill for fixed line phone is 1,750 baht. So the difference between the total bill for his mobile phone and fixed line phone bill is 900 baht. Last question. Calculate his average fixed line phone bill for the 5 months. His total bill for fixed line phone is 1,750 baht. To calculate the average fixed line phone bill for the 5 months, we are going to use the formula average fixed line phone bill is equal to total bill for fixed line phone divided by number of months. So we will have average fixed line phone bill is equal to 1,750 divided by 5. And 1,750 divided by 5 is equal to 350. So his average fixed line phone bill for the 5 months is 350 baht. Now, let us talk about line graphs. A line graph shows data that have been collected over a time period. The frequency values are plotted vertically and the time values are plotted on the horizontal axis. This is an example of a line graph. Now, we are going to learn how to represent data using a line graph. The table shows the temperature of a pot of curry as it was being cooked. Construct a line graph for the data. In constructing a line graph, the first thing that we have to do is to choose a suitable scale based on the maximum frequency of the data. Our data are 30, 44, 60, 80, 90, and 110. So the scales that we can use are 10, 20, 30, or 20, 40, 60, or 30, 60, 90. So here in my line graph, I use the scale 20, 40, 60. Step number 2. Draw the horizontal axis and the vertical axis and plot the data points. Always remember that in the vertical axis lies the frequency values. In the horizontal axis lies the time values. Now, let's plot the points. 9 and 30, 9.05 and 44, 9.10 and 60, 9.15 and 80, 9.20 and 90, and 9.25 and 110. Step number 3. Join the points using straight lines. Now, let us learn how to obtain information using a line graph. The line graph shows the marks obtained by Bella for her science test. In which month did Bella obtain the highest score? According to our line graph, the month which Bella obtained the highest score is in the month of April, because in April she obtained 90. Another question. State the months in which she obtained 85 or more marks. In February, she obtained 85. In April, she obtained 90. In June, she obtained 85. So the months in which she obtained 85 or more marks are in the months of February, April, and June. Another question. Between which 2 months was there the greatest increase in marks? In January and February, the increase is 15. In March and in April, the increase is 15. In May and in June, the increase is 20. That means the 2 months with the greatest increase is between the months of May and June. And that is the end of this video.